What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time seeing this channel, welcome to the channel, and I hope that you enjoy this video. And before I tell the story of the time that me and my friends went to the abandoned school and we might have gotten caught by the guy who owned the place, I would like to say, if you haven't already seen the video, go watch it. I posted it about a month ago, because that's when this happened. It was about a month and a half ago. It was pretty crazy. The video was called something like "We Explored an Abandoned School, Got Caught." It was kind of a clickbait. Well, it wasn't clickbait, more corny title. But, it was kind of just to maybe get some more people to watch the videos. But, yeah, today I'm just going to talk about how me and my friends just explored it and we might have gotten caught. I'm going to tell the full story, front to end, or start to end. I'm not even going to erase that from the video. I tried this intro like 10 times and it's still not good. So let's just head in. So it all started when it was my friend Gunner's birthday, and we were going to go celebrate at Sky Zone, it's just a trampoline place, nothing too special about it. It's like, I'll give a few examples of stuff that it's similar to that you might have gone to. Urban Air, Defy, above all, if that even still exists. I mean, if you don't know, if none of those ring a bell, then just think like there's trampolines, there's foam pits. You can just screw around there, make the staff members mad. It's honestly pretty funny. So at Sky Zone, my friend's mom got like a little party room thingy where you get to jump for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. It doesn't really matter how long it is. I don't really remember. That's not relevant to the story at all. And you get to go to the party room, you get cake and pizza and just kind of screw around. And when we got in the party room, we actually got a chill staff member. And I guess she overheard us talking about going to abandoned places or something. I don't really remember how she ended up telling us about the school. But she is the person that told us about the school. And we were kind of just starting to get into this whole exploring thingy where we'd go out, explore nature, try to find abandoned things. And we were really intrigued by abandoned things. And so we wanted somewhere to go. And so we were just talking about it with each other. And I think we were talking about the house that I made the little mini documentary on. I think it's pinned to my channel right now. It's kind of a cringy video, but all of my videos are cringy, so it's probably going to be like this one. You can go watch it. It kind of just explains some of the things, even though the story I told on there is not exactly right. But I don't think I'm going to make a follow-up to that video just because there would be no point. The story was close to what really happened. But anyway, that's besides the point. So basically, we're just talking about that, where you can watch the YouTube video on it that I posted a few months back. And so as we were talking about that, I think this is how she ended up telling us about the school. I think she overheard us and then brought up the abandoned school because she had been there apparently with like 10 other people one time. It was crazy, and they went there like at this point in the story maybe about a year ago, still probably about a year ago. And they said that there were a bunch of like cars parked out front of the school and stuff, and there's like a car with a dash cam, so you kind of had to be careful. And she told us that if you did happen to get caught, then you would have to pay a $50 fine. And we were like, you know what? We're not really doing anything that bad if we're really okay with paying this fine, even though there is no trespassing signs. We're okay with paying this fine. So why don't we go? If we get caught, we pay the fine, whatever. So we asked my friend's mom if we could go, and she's actually a pretty chill mom, and so she said yes, and originally we were going that night, and so we actually did go that night, but it was super chilly, and it was actually pretty creepy at night, so we ended up just going back and saying we're going to do this tomorrow. Because we did it the next day, a few people did have to leave because we did it kind of late in the afternoon, and some people's parents had to pick them up. But, okay, so we ended up going back the next day, and one major difference is that when we went, there were no cars parked outside, and when she went, she said that there were a bunch of like fancy cars parked outside. And I went on Google Maps, and I'll put the differences on screen. There was a bunch of cars parked outside originally. Why are they gone? I don't know, but there's one thing that did stay. The one car that had a dash cam stayed. The one car that had a dash cam stayed. It wasn't at the front of the school. It was at the little window where people get into the school, and so by that, we should have realized that we needed to take super precaution and realize that we could probably get caught. But did we? No. So anyway, when we got there the next day, we hopped through the window and we got on with exploring. Not really, I don't have too much to say about exploring. It's kind of just like exploring an abandoned place. If you want to see us explore, go to my page and watch the video. But yeah, it was just like exploring a regular abandoned place. I mean, nothing too wild. But when it got wild was when we were hopping back out the window to go around to the back of the school to try to find another entrance to see if we could get an easier accessibility to other rooms in the school like that. Now, the video was filmed pretty poorly because I was not expecting anything wild to happen when we were walking to the back of the school. But in the video, when it cuts to just like my friend kind of being up, like, like this, and being like, there's a truck out there, there's a truck out there. What happened was, when he was jumping through the window, he saw a truck in the field. I'll probably put it on screen. He saw a truck in the field. And obviously that's not normal because I don't even think trucks are supposed to be allowed over there. And so he got scared and he ran down and he slipped and absolutely ate it on the ground. And the ground was nasty, so it was honestly pretty funny. So we were all laughing at first. We didn't really know what was going on. And he was like, there's a truck out there, there's a truck out there. And we were like, oh crap, because it is not normal for a truck to be where the truck was. And so that's where things start to get a little wild. After we see the truck, we realize that it's starting to slow down and it's starting to come to a stop. With this, they get a little bit too scared. I get a little bit not too scared because they're telling me to like shut up and a bunch of stuff, which I mean, yes, we probably need to be scared, but being quiet was not going to change a thing. They could still see us. But I wasn't being scared enough on the case. I was like, let's just not mind it at all. It's just a $50 fine if we get caught. But the reason that wasn't safe was because, well, I'll get to that later in the video because this was not just going to be a $50 fine. And if I'm being honest, having that idea to go to jump back out the window and go into the back of school, there's a very slim chance that would have saved your life. Probably didn't save a life, but there's a very slim chance. So anyway, they do the smart thing, and they start running. So obviously I ran too because everyone's running. And we're running, trying to find a way out the door. First door we try, boarded up. We're not getting out that one. Second door we try, locked from outside, but it was unlocked from the inside. So we got it open. We immediately just ran down the street. And the good thing is, we had driven down that street before we had came, so we kind of knew some of the places. And so immediately my friend calls his mom to ask her to pick us up down at an abandoned church. It was also down the street, which we're not going to explore because it was locked up and it was super tiny. It was like one of those tiny churches, so it's really just no point. And I'm not planning on going back near where that school was. But anyway, call her to pick us up at the abandoned church. And I mean, I'm not kidding you. The first thing she asks before we can ask any questions on the phone is if we are okay, because she saw a suspicious man in a truck parked outside. She also said it looked like he was holding if you know what I'm getting out of that, he might have been. I'm not here to confirm it because he definitely was holding something. It sort of resembled but there's also a good chance that it wouldn't have been that. So anyway, we say that we saw that too. That's the reason we were on the run. We told her to go pick us up at the church, and she was like kind of freaking out because she had no idea that we even knew that was there, and she had no idea that we were on the run or anything. But because she was not parked in one spot and was just driving around waiting for the call to pick us up, she wasn't caught or anything. So we just ran to that church, waited to get picked up. We got picked up, and I mean, from that point on, I guess we were safe. As we were driving, we had to drive the way of the school, and so we actually passed the school, and we did see the guy still with his truck right there in the big field, and he was kind of sitting outside of the truck door, maybe like this, watching the exit, holding something that might have been the thing, but it also might have been binoculars. I know that sounds wild, but it did sort of look like that too. Anyway, easily my craziest abandoned / Urbex experiences I've had yet in my life. Glad we were all safe in the end. I don't think he would have died, but I think that he would have been angry. And I don't think it would have been equivalent to just a $50 fine, whatever would have happened if we got caught. But we're all safe in the end. Now looking back, it's one of my favorite stories. And I'm honestly glad that it happened. That's all for today. If you haven't already, just go ahead and watch the video. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you're not subscribed, then you maybe enjoyed this. Subscribe. I'm not forcing you to do anything. I'm just saying, do it if you like. It would help me out. Thanks a lot. Bye.